name is Marcos Quiñones and this is Self-Psychology. This week we're going to talk about the stages of change. Two psychologists called Prochaska and Di Clemente came up with this idea that if we cycle through different stages, we can have a visual picture of where we are when we are going to change something. Like, for example, if we want to stop drinking, then we have these levels, these stages that are like in a circle, and we can visualize and see where we are in our stage process. And when we do that, it makes it really easy to motivate ourselves to go through the different stages and actually end up at the end where it's where we're done. We've made the change and now we're in maintenance stage. Now I'm going to talk about that today, but before we go into the stages of change, I'd like to talk a little bit about the live broadcast that we're doing every Friday night at 9 p.m. So from now on, every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be live, doing a live broadcast on a particular topic. So every month I'm going to choose a topic. Like this month we're going to talk about the stages of change. And then for the following weeks after that, I'll answer questions that may come up in the broadcast. Now this is sort of like a radio. So if you log on to my website, thejovinstitute.org, on the front page you'll see a link to the live broadcast. When you go there on Friday night at 9 p.m., you have capability to chat. Okay, right on the screen there's a chat function. So you can ask your question. And again, I'd like it to be kind of based on this topic. So for example, since we're talking about the stages of change, then on Friday I will be talking about the stages of change. And if you have a question on how that pertains to your life, for example, you're trying to change from dating the type of women that you date, you may want to ask a question right online, right on the page, using this chat function. Now this is a step up. This is new technology, it's very expensive, and it's a step up. And the idea is that I continue to be there to help you help yourself, okay? Because this is self-psychology. This is about you helping yourself. But I give you tools that are tested in the scientific community on how you can actually do that. So your questions that you bring into the live broadcast, I'll answer them so that you can use this technique on yourself and help yourself. Now, there's a couple of logistic things that is very difficult. One is the office. So if anyone has an office space that they can donate on Friday night from 9 to 10 p.m., then I would appreciate that, because then we could do this with internet service really fast. In the meantime, I'll continue to do it from a different location that I currently have. So again, feel free to send me your emails if you have any questions about the live broadcast. That's happening every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you there. Now back to the stages of change. Now the stages of change are 5. The first one is pre-contemplation. The second one is contemplation. The third one is preparation. The fourth one is action. And the fifth one is maintenance. Okay, now let's go through each one of them. And if you could look at these stages of change as a circle, right, which each one holds a piece in the circle, then it'll be easier for you. I'm going to try to upload a graphic so that you can see that while you are listening to this broadcast. Now, again, pre-contemplation is for someone who doesn't even know that they have a problem. So for example, if we're talking about drinking, the person doesn't know he has a problem. So he's in the pre-contemplation stage, right? Then family members may tell him, and friends may tell him, hey, you know, we think you have a drinking problem, you're always drinking. So now the person starts to think about it. And the person starts to say, you know what, maybe I have a problem. So now the person is in stage 2, contemplation. So then the person says, well, you know what, I think I'm going to stop drinking. Okay? So now the person is in preparation stage. So he starts to prepare his life to take action and stop drinking. Right? Maybe he'll find himself a therapist. Maybe he'll start going to AA groups or smart recovery groups. Maybe he'll start reading books. Maybe he'll, you know, do different things so that his action stage will be more successful. Okay, now he's at his 4th stage and he's ready to take action. So now he sets a date and he says, okay, from this date on, I'm going to stop drinking. Right? So now he's in the action stage. Stop drinking, right? And that goes on for a little while. And then if he's successful in that action stage, then he can go on to the maintenance stage, which is the last stage. Now, in any of these stages, you can relapse and you can go backwards. So, for example, if the person is in pre-contemplation stage, where he thinks that he may have a problem because people are telling him he does, he may go back to denying it and go back to pre-contemplation. Or if he's in the action stage and he stops drinking altogether, but then he falls off the wagon and he has a drink. So now he's back to the preparation stage. But that's not a bad thing, you know? That's not a bad thing. The good thing is that there's a stage sequence. There's a process. So the person could say, okay, well, I relapsed. Now I'm back in the preparation stage. What could I do differently so that I can move on and go to the action stage and be a little more successful this time? So these are the stages of change. And I'm going to upload a graphic so that you can see it, because this is very visual. This is a visual way for you to motivate yourself to make change. Let me give you one last example using a female, okay? So there's this woman called Lisa, and her problem is that she gets into relationships with men that aren't healthy. So she wants to change this, right? First, she didn't think she had a problem, right? So she's in the pre-contemplation stage. And then her friends and family told her, you know what? This is your 3rd and 4th relationship of men that aren't healthy for you. You may think about why you're getting into these relationships. So now she's in the contemplation stage and she starts to think about it. So then she says, you know what? I'm going to do something about this. So now she goes to the preparation stage and she starts to prepare her life so that she can actually meet men that are healthy for her and stay away from the ones that are not. So now she's in the preparation stage and she prepares to go to different social groups and to stay away from bars and clubs that frequent the kind of men that she's been used to meeting. So she's preparing this whole thing. Now she's ready to put this in action. So now she's in the action stage and she starts to, again, do the things that she wants to do to meet men that are healthy for her. So she's in the action stage for 30 days or 60 days, whatever it is that she tells herself she's going to be in that action stage. Finally, after 60 days, she tells herself, okay, now I'm in the maintenance stage because it's been 60 days and I haven't met anyone that's not healthy for me. So now she stays in the maintenance stage for a little while and then she's through. She's cycled through the stages of change and she's made that positive change for herself. Understand? great. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at mquinones@nyu.edu. And remember, we have a live broadcast every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please log into the website jove.org or thejoveinstitute.org and click on the link in the front page so that you can log on and see the broadcast and ask your questions live. Live healthy and live happy, and I'll see you here next time.